DIY.
DIYers, just when I thought my weekend was done, like many of you, we thought that we had a lot to digest in terms of really this ongoing back and forth between Kendrick Lamar and Drake. And when Kendrick Lamar released Euphoria, there was a lot of information to digest, especially if you're someone who's an artist yourself. Me, I'm an artist myself. And today that the song dropped, my album dropped. But this is pressing as well because it's obviously is huge for the platform. And many of you have been hitting me up to react to this new diss song, this 616 in LA. And we're going to break it down to the best of our ability, catch as many Easter eggs as we can. But one thing that I'm realizing with Kendrick, and to me is showing the biggest difference between Kendrick Lamar and Drake. They're two different writers, two different styles. If this was NBA, they'd be two different positions, right? One is more of a finesse player. One is more of a strength player, more of a center, power forward with the ability and the handle, kind of like a Wemby, to play multiple sides of things. And you're seeing different type of skill sets on display. You may be a fan of a certain type of director. I am a fan of John Singleton, right? Boys in the Hood. Poetic Justice, Baby Boy, some of my favorite movies of all time. Also, Spike Lee, all the legendary movies that Spike Lee has, as well as more recently, Jordan Peele. I compare Kendrick Lamar's writing style, right, to those movies. And when stupid people go see those movies, you know what I saw in the reviews for movies like Us by Jordan Peele? It was mid. And then I looked at the person that was saying it, like fucking Logan Paul, and I was like, well, you don't seem like you do a lot of deep thinking, brother. It makes sense. But the people that it activates at the same time, it cannot be ignored. I compare his writing style to that of a Jordan Peele, in that when you watch the movie the first time, there's a lot of things like violence and crazy, funny scenes and action scenes, but that's just one layer. That's just to keep the dummies happy. There's other layers that must be broken down, and you're not going to catch them until the fourth or fifth time you're watching it, right? There was a scene where the main character in Get Out was strapped down, and they were getting ready to, take his brain out and put, white man's brain inside of his brain. It's crazy when you think about all the depth. And he got out of that situation where he was strapped down because he was able to pull through the cotton, pick the cotton, to release himself from the restraints. Then the way he got out of that dire situation where somebody was a nurse trying to kill him, he grabbed an 8-ball or a basketball and beat his ass and got out the hood. Beat his ass and got out the room. There's nuance that not everybody's going to appreciate. Every channel wants the gossip, it seems. Every hip hop base channel wants the gossip. They want all of the juicy shit. Ooh, who did Drake sleep with? Ooh, who's he? What does he say? What about his girl? What about his biracial wife? Some of us don't give a shit about that. Some of us really give a damn about this craft, and we've been wanting people like Drake to stop the internet antics. Stop acting like Kai Cenat. You are 30. You're in your late 30s. You're acting like Aiden Ross right now. You're on Instagram posting movies trying to get the admiration of your female fan base and your male-female fan base. Moist ass niggas. You doing all of this. You just left a Nicki Minaj concert and told the Barbs, I love y'all. Y'all already know what I gotta do. I'm out. And as you're planning this shit, Kendrick Lamar's menacing ass. Kendrick Lamar is the boogeyman. That nigga really is the boogeyman. While you're doing all of that, shouting out to them, this nigga drops a song at 6 a.m. in the morning. 6:16 to be exact. 6. And of course, along with that comes a lot of nuance that the dummies are gonna mix or mess up. So what, bro? It's just a glove. It's just a glove. Who cares? It's not that deep, bro. Wait till Drizzy comes back and shows him who's boss. That's what you sound like. That's what you niggas sound like. We gonna break this shit down because we love lyrics. Here we love lyrics. We're hip hop purists. So you say whatever you want to say. We all that. It's just a glove, bro. It's not that crazy, bro. A nigga like he just raps like in poetry. If I wanted to read a haiku, I just go to my English teacher, bruv. We're not talking about you. You surface level niggas. We ain't talking about you. Whoo. Let me see if Kendrick Lamar 616 lyrics. I'm gonna see if somebody's already put the lyrics up there. You know, they be messing the lyrics up. We'll try to correct it as long as we can get there. So let's play the song here in the background. Let's go back and forth between the lyrics we got on here. It's called 616. Now, you know what? Before we even play this, we got to jump through all of the nuance loops, because what you got to understand is that one of these guys is trying to win the internet, that being Drake. One of these guys has already won the culture and is trying to reactivate the culture. If you can't tell that by the type of disses that have gone out there, you are out of touch. This is not about I don't like it. It just makes me feel certain way. It's not about you right now, okay? Sir, get your panties out of a twist. It's not about you. There's so much going on in this song. First of all, it's called Kendrick Lamar 616 in LA. I found this post right here that kind of broke it down into a few different ways to look at why the title might be 616. Now, first of all, the first thing I thought when I saw it was, of course, the nod to, as it says here, Drake's infamous timestamp series. 4:44 in Calabasas, 6 a.m. in Toronto. Moist ass. Kendrick said, all right, bet I got 616 in LA. Y'all ain't used to this violence. So this Hip Hop All Day posted the title of 616 in LA might be the quintuple entendre that Drake asked for. He been getting quintuples all this damn time. He said it in TaylorMade. He been getting it ever since. Kendrick Lamar drops the song exactly at 6:16 a.m. That is one part of this entendre. 16th of the 6th month of the year, 2024. It's Father's Day in Canada. Jesus, you could have stopped there. The 16th of June, 1972 was Tupac's birthday. You know, the one that wanted the estate that wanted to sue Drake for using his voice in AI? Oh. The 16th of June 1994 of the 6th month of the year, O.J. Simpson's murder trial officially started in L.A. Oh my gosh. The song is a play of Drake's infamous timestamp series. You got your quintuple there, buddy.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth.
Oh my gosh, but it doesn't end there, man. My timeline has been in shambles. You hear me? Shout out to my guy Epiphany. He even showed me some other stuff in here. I want to see if I can find it in here. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Let's no, somebody had the actual date. Oh, it's even biblical. It's even biblical. Oh, the man brought the Bible into this. Corinthians 6:16. Do you not know what he who unites himself with a prostitute is one with her in body? For it is said the two will become one flesh. Oh my gosh. You're not playing with a checker player. This is what if you ever like thought you was good at NBA 2K and then you met somebody who knew how to run plays. You realize you just been getting duped by the computer the whole time. I told y'all this in yesterday's stream. You're dealing with somebody. This ain't about, oh, I'm riding for my guy. Oh, this is about an appreciation for the culture, fam. This is a student. All them TDE dudes is students of this shit. Your guy does not look like a student. I'm sorry. I count. At this point, I don't give a damn how biased it sounds. Something else I didn't pick up on in yesterday's stream. You know how we talked about how the new Ho King restaurant and Chinese restaurant in Toronto is picking up business? I missed this one too. Kendrick Lamar mentioned the Toronto Chinese restaurant New Ho King in his Drake diss Euphoria. They have been getting a lot of business and 5-star reviews. Little did I know Drake got robbed at this restaurant in 2009. Getting robbed's not funny. I've been robbed before. That shit is terrible. But when you're playing mob tie games and you don't seem to know who you are, it seems like you're just morphing into whoever you're around. These are the kind of things that happen. These are the things that happen. I said this, and you call me whatever the hell you want to call me. Petty, biased. I'm all that. I'm hip-hop biased. I'm fucking purist. Yeah, I'll be all that. Yeah, type shit. Kendrick's writing style reminds me of John Singleton, Spike Lee, and Jordan Peele movies, full of cultural nuance, authenticity, replay value, and Easter eggs. Drake's writing reminds me of TikTok skits. Quick-witted, and Tubi movies. Surface level, witty, easy to digest, that merely mimic the culture.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
That's saying a lot, Curtis. That's saying a lot. I'm building a case right now before we play this song. We're going to play the song, but I'm building a case right now. Now, I'm going to play this, and some of you are going to call me biased once again, and I'm okay with that, but I need you to understand. Whoever you are today is at some level shaped by the person you were yesterday. Can people change? Absolutely. However, the core of who you are is who you are. And when you detach yourself from who you are, you become your most vulnerable. Right now, what you're seeing is Drake being attacked for things that are hard for him to defend. Why? Because his past does not seem to be leading up to his present of the guy he wants you to believe, wants everybody to believe that he is, because the upbringing just doesn't justify it. When you look down the line for Kendrick, you look down the line for these artists, it lines up. Pusha T, it lines up because these folks knew who they were. However, I found these clips really interesting of telling a story. Before we get to this song, because I think it's very, very relevant, especially since in 616, he kind of talks about his lack of street smarts. You would have known these folks are hustling you. Check these 4 clips out. I'm going to start with this one right here from Lil Wayne. This one was kind of like the most telling. He talks about when Drake first signed with him and his message to him about him not wanting him to change who he was. Listen to this.
Because you're coming over here by me that you got to start rapping about the things I rap about. Don't do none of that. Please rap about your little TV show, whatever you want to rap about. Rap about girls. Do that. That's what you're good at. I was like, don't come. Because, of course, it's only natural for you to come over and just think, if I'm with Wayne, then I'm gonna rock like Wayne, and so I rap about what I rap about, and so that was one of the main things I had to tell him from the jump, like, hey, don't change anything, don't start singing about killing nobody, don't start singing about the street.
That's your OG.
Yeah, talk about what you know. Yeah.
Yeah, keep it Canadian, man.
Keep it. Keep it Canadian.
That's your big bro. That's your big homie. That's your OG that gave you the validation within this culture. That's the one that put his arm around you and made you look different from Trey Songz. Like, oh, maybe he's not just a Trey Songz ripoff. Maybe he actually is someone we got to pay attention to. That's what your boss told you. Let's go ahead and paint this picture further. This is Drake at dinner talking about his own Toronto culture that he goes so hard for. 66666. This is him at dinner talking amongst a group of folks.
Do you have your words? Do you have your words up there that kind of funky and weird?
The guys at our school, instead of addressing people like the group and saying what are you guys doing? Say man's like you. It's really weird. Yeah. So man's like you are going to that, and then this means like the group.
Crew. That's interesting.
It's not. It's really ignorant.
It's really ignorant.
Somebody gonna have
It's
to tell
really
the truth, and I'm gonna
ignorant.
tell it.
That sounds like somebody who is stubbing their nose up at the culture that they're going to now take advantage of when they become a national, worldwide pop artist sensation. That is the face of someone who has found their way to culturally vulturing through hip hop. You wonder what my real issue is? I remember these clips because my sister used to watch Degrassi. And I said, there's no way in hell this guy's getting ready to rap. Okay, it's cute. He'll probably do his whole Zac Efron thing. And then when he became this superstar, it was like, whoa, didn't see that. Then when Wayne put his arm around him, then the questions were, maybe he is a real one. But then I always thought back to this time period, how this shit did not line up. You need some more idea? Because, this could have been for a TV show, right? How about one more?
I live in an all-Jewish area, so
Where
I went
is
to
that?
Forest Hill.
Okay.
I went to a predominantly Jewish school growing up. I definitely had a bar mitzvah in an Italian restaurant, mind you.
My lord.
Yeah.
A nice Italian restaurant?
A very nice Italian restaurant. The song of the night was Backstreet Boys' I Want It That Way.
You are younger than me. I forget about that.
Yeah, man. I was in there. I was in synagogue. I had my yarmulke on.
Hebrew school, the whole nine. You did? No Hebrew school?
I didn't. I cheated. I didn't realize. I live in an all.
So I share this not to be a big aha about him being Jewish. That is not the conversation, right? There's already a lot of vitriol out there, a lot of misguided hate, a lot of things in general. I'm not here to push that issue. What I'm here to talk about is this is the person that you're starting to see get dissected in songs like this. This is the reason you'll see it 20 versus 1. There are people who have had conversations. I remember earlier conversations that I cannot disclose with folks that you know that didn't like the emergence of Drake. Not because they were jealous about his emergence, but because they had questions about whether or not it was valid, whether or not he was the first form of an industry plant because of the way that his upbringing came. We're just building up a case of why people are having this disdain, maybe even why Kendrick has this disdain about when you align somebody like this with the hip hop culture and put them and position them as a leader in this. It looks different when you put the real thing up to the light. It looks different when you put the real thing up to the light. I'm gonna let Kendrick go ahead and take it from here, and we'll start going through these lyrics.
Yeah. There's survival.
Oh, wait. Wait a minute. This song is produced. Shout out to the homie Soundwave. This song is produced by Soundwave and a guy named Jack Antonoff. You know who he produced for? Taylor Swift. This one's for the Swifties. Continue.
I think somebody lying. Smell somebody lying. I don't see no fire.
Oh, I love it. I love the soul. The soul.
Seeker had the marina. Fuck a phantom. I like to buy yachts when I get the fever. Wine cooler, spill on my white t-shirt. The sightseer. Trifecta, money, morals, and culture. That's my leisure, my visa. Passport tatted. I show hub in Ibiza. Luke Callie's dwellings in Brooklyn just to book me some pizza. Who can reach us? Only God can teleport this type of freedom. God, my confession is yours. But who am I if I don't go to war? There's opportunity when living with loss. I discover myself with not far short race.
Can I break this down for a second? All right, so back to that line right here. As he's going into kind of like this pre-bridge area where he's kind of singing, God, my confession is yours. But who am I if I don't go to war? There's opportunity when living with loss. I discover myself when I fall short. The self-realization within this song before he starts to unleash on some holes in the camp of OVO. These are the moments where it feels like he's building a movie scene. He's immersed as a character in this movie scene, and he's like having this conversation of like, gun in hand, please forgive me, Lord. I know that I am moving towards peace, but this is something that I must not turn the other cheek to. Now I'm getting ready to go through with this. Oh my goodness.
My hands to a falling sky. I fantasize me jumping planets, immortalized. I correspond. 3 angels watching me all the time. Put my children to sleep with a prayer, then close my eyes. Definition of peace. Tell me who gon' stop me. I come from love, and still cover my heart, then open me up. Remember when picked up a pen, lyrics that I can trust. Timid soul, staring in the mirror, asking where I was from. Often I know this type of power is gon' cost, but I live in circadian rhythms of a shooting star. The mannerisms of Raphael, I can heal and give you art, but the industry's cooked as I pick the carcass apart.
I get it. If you don't like bars, this is very boring for you. If you don't like bars, this is very boring for you. The wordplay is very boring for you. He is just like, I feel like even this one feels like big bro boxing with little bro. Hey, oh, damn. Reminding you of his strength. Careful. You're not dealing with somebody that is just a rapper out here. You're dealing with somebody that is a student of the hip-hop craft, someone who is of this culture, a Pulitzer Prize winner for a reason, someone whose lyrics are studied in college courses by professors who are trying to make sure they understand the nuance and the break. There's a reason. You're not dealing with a... This nigga's a little off. I love it, though. This nigga's a little off. This Compton nigga's a little off.
Yeah, somebody's line, I can see the...
I'm sorry, I meant to go back to that. So the lyric that I thought was really interesting. Often I know the type of power is going to cost, but I live in circadian rhythms of a shooting star, the mannerisms of Raphael. I can heal and give you art, but the industry's cook as I pick the carcass apart. I'm just setting up the picture. I'm setting this up so you understand where this energy is coming from. It would be very different if Kendrick just jumped out and made a song like, if he did a hit 'em up in this age, he would get canceled. Like a Tupac hit him up, he would get canceled. People would look at him and say, you're being emotional. Drake's got you fooled. If you look angry, if you look disturbed, this new age doesn't look the same. You don't look like a bully like Pac looked like at that time. You don't look like a bully anymore. You look like you're unhinged. So for him to set this up over an Al Green sample, he's showing you this is how in control I am, not of this beef, but how in control I am of myself. Smell like Canadian bacon in this motherfucker.
Give you art, but the industry's cooked as I pick the carcass apart. Yeah, somebody's lying, I can see the vibes on act. Even he looking compromised, let's peel the layers back. Ain't no brownie points will beat in your chest, harassing ant. Fucking with good people, make good people go to bed. Conspiracies about cash, dog, that's not even the leak. Find the Jews like cash, dog, I just need you to think. Are you finally ready to play? Have you ever, let's see, have you ever thought
there goes
that
the running thing
working for me? Fake bully, I hate bullies, you must be a terrible person. Every OVO is working for me. Finally ready to play. Have you ever, let's see, have you ever thought that OVO is working for me? Fake bully, I hate bullies, you must be a terrible person. Everyone inside your team is whispering that you deserve it. Can't Tootsie slide about it, this one is just gonna resurface. Every dog gotta have his day, now living your purpose. It was fun until you start to put money in the streets, then lost money cause they came back with no receipts. I'm sorry that I live a boring life, I love peace, but war ready if the world is ready to see you bleed. The Elohim, KTW, no you can't sleep. These images trouble you. Know the wires in your circle should puzzle you. If you were street smart, then you would have caught that your entourage is only to hustle you. 100 niggas that you got on salary, and 20 of them want you as a casualty. And one of them is actually next to you, and 2 of them is practically tired of your lifestyle. Just don't got the audacity to tell you, but let me tell you some game, cause I can see you, my little homie. You playing dirty with propaganda, hit blow up on you. You're playing nerdy with Zach Bia and Twitter bots, but your reality can't hide behind Wi-Fi. Your little leans is losing steam, they figured you out. The first opinions is not convincing, I need a new route. It's time that you look around on who's around you. Before you figure that you're not alone, ask what Mike would do.
Look in the mirror. Hey, it's a dub for Kendrick, but it's a dub for hip hop. This fine art of lyricism, this fine art of writing in layers, this fine art where it's not just about shock value, this fine art that you can peel away from now for the next year, for as long as you need to. That is the art that we've missed as hip hop fans, but now it's on full display, and it's the main topic of conversation that is reaching headlines, reaching TNT. It is increasing the business in Chinese restaurants in Toronto. This is different. This is different. And I would say the same thing if it was Lupe. I would say the same thing if it was Black Thought. This is about hip hop. This is about the skills, and the skills are on display. If you're not coming back to rap, if you're coming back to tell me shit that I could have found out on Shade Room Gossip, right? There was illusions of that we saw. I think I even heard Act talking about Drake. Somebody in the camp was alluding to Kendrick sleeping with Cash Doll, and it's like, if that's the route you're going, this is only reinforcing the point. You are disconnected from hip hop. You're disconnected from the culture. You think you're bigger than the culture. And now what you're getting ready to see is that cultural currency will overpower financial currency in the long run. Remember when Kendrick said, the funk shall never die? That's what we're experiencing right now. That's what we're experiencing right now. Jeez Louise, let's break down some of these lyrics now. Okay, back to where I was before. Yeah, somebody is lying. I can see the vibes on talking about academics. He even looking compromised. Let's peel the layers back. It's a question I had. It started looking for a second. The fact that there's a direct contact between Drake and academics, it puts your credibility on the line because you're wondering how much of this is you being used as a medium to get his other gossipy things that he tried to do. Remember when Drake was beefing with Meek Mill and he sent 6 bottles of champagne over to Charlemagne? Like, to him, that's his level of playing chess. When I listen to this is Kendrick saying, fuck everybody else. I need to say some shit that's going to spook you as you start to move in your daily circles. One, you can't look at your cat because you call. I know Crody is Toronto slang, but his cat's named Crody. Can't look at your cat the same. You can't look at your dogs the same. All dogs go to heaven. You can't look at your cat the same. You can't look at your dogs the same. Can't look at your security the same. This is saying I don't care about none of this out here. I don't even be on social media. Nigga, I need you to understand I'm the boogeyman. And you mess with the wrong one. You have picked the wrong fight. This one is not going to end how you think it's going to end because of your rap around the internet, because of your ability to go viral like a teenager on the internet. That does not sustain. There's a reason why Euphoria is breaking records. Nobody thought they'd ever see anybody dismantle their GOAT like this. This is a master class. Even from the timing, people were so concerned about Kendrick didn't respond fast enough. Fast enough for who? For who? And then to have him championing, yeah, that's right, this is hip hop. You got to respond back to me quicker. You're on the clock. As Drake, what happened to that energy when it was Pusha T, who was like, I'm going at you, your boy, your engineer. I don't care what situation he in. It's hip hop, right? And then he went on Elliot Wilson's Rap Radar talking about some, nah, bro, it's rules to this shit, bro. It's rules to this shit. That Canadian came out real quick in that situation. It's rules, the area that he's in, I should say. I ain't saying it's about all Canadians. Bro, it's rules to this shit, bro. You can't do that. Some things just cross the line. I got so peed off when I saw that. That's the energy we got. But now when you think you got a heads up on somebody, all of a sudden you want to talk about hip hop rules. You can't change the shit. And you can't change it because you're not bigger than the program, Drake. Are you finally ready to have... Are you finally ready to play? I'm thinking this is, once again, Kendrick saying, hey, are you ready to rap, bro? You ready to rap? Because I told you that I am it ain't no big three. It's just big me. And when I'm talking about that, ain't nobody talking about numbers, even though I'm doing numbers. If you didn't know, Euphoria is already the largest streamed song, hip hop song in 2024. It just came out a few days ago. Are you finally ready to play Have You Ever? Let's see. Have you ever thought that OVO was working for me? Remember Ocean's 11 when, I forget the main character's name, George Clooney, when he was like, I think it was Ocean's 12. He was telling the guy that he owned the casino. He was like, the guy who owned the casino was threatening George Clooney. He was like, man, I know people in this city in Vegas. And he said, I know the same people that you know. And they like me better. This is the energy I'm getting. Are you ready to play Have You Ever? Let's see. Have you ever thought that OVO is working for me? Fake bullies. I hate bullies. You must be a terrible person. Everyone inside your team is whispering what you deserve. That you deserve it. Excuse me. Everyone in your team is whispering that you deserve it. When I thought about that, I thought about maybe that first AI version of push-ups was actually a leak. Maybe it wasn't some strategic chess move. Maybe that was the leak that Kendrick is alluding to here. Oh, shit, son. Can't Tootsie slide your way out of this one. Now, I seen the homie Epic say it, and I really wish I could see more information on it, but he said, do you think that the gloves here are the same gloves that Drake was wearing in the Tootsie slide video? This is pure speculation. But he had black gloves on. I couldn't tell if they were leather. I couldn't tell if they were... Matter of fact, let me see if I can pull that up. Let me see. Gotta mute it. But Tootsie Slide Drake. Because if that's the case, you better believe man's Mans is spooked because that means that you really do have a leak. That means you really do know somebody here. That means that somebody has given you a glove and you took a picture on your desk. No, this is a fan-made video. But I'm looking at these gloves here and I'm wondering, right? I don't know where that came from. I got to hit the homie Epic, but it's really interesting. Because those are Nike gloves? Okay. No, not Nike gloves. That would be really interesting if that was there. At this time, we're just getting the first time reaction. That would be fucking hilarious, though. Back to the lyrics. Because he makes an allusion to Tootsie Slide. That's why I was thinking about it. Every dog got to have his day. Now live in your purpose. Kendrick makes a pun out of Drake's release For the Dogs, the album hosting the track that initiated the beef. Kendrick made a similar pun on Like That. It was fun until you started putting money in the streets, then lost money because they came back with no receipts. Ooh. I want to see what these contributors got to say first on Rap Genius before I give my idea of what I think that is. Kendrick is doubling down on his allegation that Drake paid for people to find dirt on Lamar for him to use in his diss tracks. He first alluded to this on April 2, 2024, Euphoria. Why would I call around trying to get dirt on niggas? Y'all think All My Life is rap? This gives credence to a similar allegation made by Pusha T during his 2018 feud where he tweeted, "You got 100K floating around for info? Can't no amount of money create skeletons that don't exist. I'm upset," said Pusha T.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Get up! Oh, get up! What are you? Get up one more time, Meek. Get up! Oh man, I know Meek at some level gotta be. I know they cool now, but at some level he gotta be like, about damn time somebody got this nigga. Shouldn't have never did that shit to me. The back-to-back shit. That shit. I ain't gonna say it out loud, but shit. Go get him, K-Dot. Get that nigga, man. Get that nigga, man. Get up. Get up! One more time. It was fun until you started putting money in the streets, then lost money because they came back with no receipts. I'm sorry that I live a boring life. I love peace. Oh, so then, yes, I understand the connection. I'm sorry that you were looking for dirt in the street. I'm sorry that you were putting money out trying to get pillow talking and all this stuff from me. I'm sorry. I live a boring life. How do you diss somebody who tells you they live a boring life? I love peace. Take care of my family. What do you do, Drake? I'm sorry that I live a boring life. I love peace. But you know what? I am war ready. If the world is ready to see you bleed. It's like Drake right now. Like that Karen meme, like, hello? I'd like to report something. The Elohim. KTW. No, you can't sleep. These images trouble you. In this line, Kendrick Lamar references the Elohim, which refers to God in Hebrew. KTW could stand for Kendrick the Warrior, a persona he adopts in music, asserting his strength and prowess by saying, no, you can't sleep. Lamar is suggesting that even in the face of divine power, the Elohim, you can't rest or become complacent because he, Kendrick, is still present and active. It's a statement of assertiveness and presence. No, the wires in your circle should puzzle you. A wire is an electronic device worn on a person's body that records sounds and transmits the playback to a remote receiver. Kind of the whole basis of the whole TV series, The Wire. Who, by the way, Omar coming. This is what K-Dot kind of sounding like right now. K-Dot is implying that there are people in Drake's close circle leaking information on him that he should be worried. If you were street smart, which we pulled up some receipts that might paint a different picture. If you were street smart, then you would have caught that your entourage is only to hustle you. That's just not a Drake thing. That's just entourages in general. You know how many rappers are getting either blackmailed? How many rappers are getting extorted by their entourage for protection? Do you know how many times, I think Schoolboy Q talked about it, how many times when you see people talk about rappers got to check in, you know what check-in culture really is about? them folks knowing where you at so they can organize a robbery on your dumb ass. Because you want to be out in the city shining. You want to be out of here, out of town, or be in the city shining. You want to be out here and act like you're above the program. They want you to check in so they can say, okay, he over here at the W. Cool. Let's see how you move around the city. You got robbed? Hey, we can get that back for you, bro. We just need about 40, 50 bands. We can get that back for you. I'll get you back. I'll get that back like at 2 p.m. on the dot. How you do that? We got ways. We got ways. Check-in culture is about so we know that you here. And for some folks, it is extortion. It is about being able to maneuver the streets safely. 100 niggas that you got on salary and 20 of them want you as a casualty. Here, once again, Kendrick is referencing Drake's ghostwriters. He is using a hyperbole, saying he has 100 people working for him on a salary. And I don't think this is what it is. This is why I'm glad I'm reading this, because this is not, I don't think that's what it is. I think what he's saying is that you got 100 niggas that you got on salary. Right? I think it does include, we talk about the ghostwriting camps and we talk about people who are a part of his inner circle. But when he says 20 of them want you as a casualty, it makes me believe that there are people that are not even music related that this kind of information goes through. How does a Kendrick get to that? I don't think it's just about writers. I think we're thinking so music on this. This is so nuanced. It's got to be deeper than that. 100 niggas that you got on salary to protect you, so that you can go around the city looking like the president in your big black truck. You've seen him maneuver around. He don't play. Drake don't play. Armed security guards. You got 100 niggas that you got on salary and 20 of them want you as a casualty. If I was in Drake's position, I'd be very nervous about getting my house in order. This ain't about no rap beef no more. Now this is about, hey, somebody did drop that Push-Ups record. They did. Who leaked that shit? It wasn't you, 40, was it? You'd never do that to me. Who was it? Somebody said that he walking around like Martin in that one scene. Hold on, let me see if I can find that shit. Martin, New Jack City. Oh my gosh. They said right now, this is him around the OVO camp right now. Look at this.
Now you're all probably wondering why I called you here.
Hell yeah, you dragged us out in the middle of a stormy night. What's wrong with you, fool?
And why did you want us all in black?
I'm setting my scene.
Martin didn't trust nobody in here. And matter of fact, he even had his dog come sniff him out. What kind of dog was that? Come look at this. Come look at this. Look at this. He ain't trust nobody in this scene. This Drake right now. For the dogs.
Anybody want to tell me who?
Oh my goodness. We're going to get back to it.
Come on now. Don't you all speak at once?
Oh, let's speed it up a little bit. That is Drake right now in the OVO camp trying to figure out who was the leak. Which one of you said something to that nigga? Which one of you wasn't in here? He is, as somebody of the light-skinned community, I can tell you for a fact that nigga is beat red in the face right now. Right now, he is red in the face. He is red in the face doing one of these with a wine glass. He thinks it's a fucking game. He thinks it's a game. He thinks he's so smart. He's so witty. He thinks who gives a damn about this culture? I'm bigger than that. I'm fucking Drake. I'm fucking Michael Jackson reincarnated. I'm gonna show that bucko. I'm gonna show him. You don't play with somebody who say their favorite TV show is Martin. Kendrick is not. He is not one of these folks who only came into hip hop culture because he's a rapper. It's different. You're dealing with somebody who can be just as petty as you, more petty than you, from the LAUSD school district where you gotta know how to defend yourself, all the way up into this rap game and being one of the best writers of this era. You're not playing with somebody normal. You can't win the internet and win the culture too by winning the internet. You can't go that route to win the culture. That's not how this works. And one of them people that you got on a salary is right next to you. They think that Kendrick is most likely referencing one of the ghostwriters or writers around Drake, Beam. Beam is a Jamaican-American rapper, singer, songwriter, and record producer known for collaborating with artists such as Justin Bieber and Beyonce. He said on Euphoria, hold on, got to make sure I can flip the screen. He said that on Euphoria, he said that on, what was it? He said, as he said on Euphoria, where he mentioned Beam as one of the ghostwriters, yeah, bring him out too. I'll clean him out too. Tell Beam that he better stay right with you. Oh, buddy. And two of them is practically tired of your lifestyle. Just don't got the audacity to tell you. Continuing with the leaked accusation, Kendrick leads Drake to believe that this is not a random affiliate. Historically, during the Pusha T beef, it came to light that 40 accidentally leaked the existence of Drake's son, Adonis, to a woman he was sleeping with at the time. Not sure what that exactly has to do with this line, but cook anyways. But let me tell you some game, because I can see you, my little homie, you playing dirty with propaganda. It'll blow up on you. In this taunt, Kendrick is telling Drake that his camp has double agents, leaking information to his enemies. Therefore, the attention-seeking gimmicks, using AI to put a Tupac verse on a diss track, etc., are ultimately going to blow up in Drake's face. I think it's happening. I told y'all yesterday in the stream we had, this is a shift in hip-hop culture. This is a shift back to where it was. I'm here to tell you, for those of you that are rappers, lyricists, that feel discouraged about the direction of music, that feel discouraged about where mainstream music has been, mainstream rap in particular, pick your notebooks back up, dust them off. It is time to go back in. There is a whole space of independence of folks who want this type of art on a regular basis. I really hope that in the process of this reinvigorates the excitement around the URLs, who I saw clips about how even that space has its struggles, right? Battle rap in general. I hope it reinvigorates the excitement around battle rapping, because you can get these kind of bars and more on a regular basis from people who are like the Loaded Luxes, the Daylights of the world. It's getting back to it. You're playing with Zach Bia. I don't know who Zach Bia is. I'm very interested in it. You're playing with Zach Bia and Twitter bots. We already know about the Twitter bots, because the Twitter bots came at me for 12 hours for exposing that first Drake song Push-Ups as AI. I put it on Twitter and it got 2 million likes, 2 million views. Shortly after, for the next 14 hours, all I got were bots that had hashtags of Taylor Swift's new album, and they were all making fun of Drake, making fun of Kendrick, making fun of Rick Ross, making fun of Metro Boomin. There were UMG-inspired bots, if anything. But Zach Bia, who's Zach Bia? He's a well-known figure in the nightlife and entertainment scene, particularly in Los Angeles. He's often seen as high-profile events and parties and has connections with many celebrities, including Drake. This line suggests that Drake is using Zach Bia in some manipulative way to advance his agenda or tarnish Kendrick's reputation. It implies that Drake is not playing fair and is resorting to tactics that involve leveraging relationships or influences in the entertainment industry to gain an advantage. Kendrick additionally accuses Drake of using Twitter bots to slander his name, similarly to how in late 2023, Pusha T's name went trending due to bots accusing him of random things like loving on a salamander. They said the same things in the 14 hours they were tweeting me. I've seen it. I'm not even Kendrick. I've seen it for me, just having something that exposed Drake. Crazy. I think when you name drop people like this that are so niche, that has nothing to do with the audience. That has everything to do with, I know your guy, bro. I know what you're doing out here. This is deeper than public conversation. I know your guy that you think is your guy that's going to block me out. I know him. I know what you're doing. So that right there is one of them. That's a dog whistle. That's a how the hell is Kendrick know Zach Bia? He doesn't even leave the house. How the hell does he know Zach Bia? Type energy. But your reality can't hide behind Wi-Fi. Throughout this feud, Drake has been consistently active on Instagram, often making jokes to taunt Kendrick. Most recently, he posted a clip from the 1999 film 10 Things I Hate About You as a direct response to Kendrick's lines in Euphoria. I hate the way that you talk. I hate the way you walk. The way you talk. I hate the way you dress. I hate the way you sneak this. If I catch flight, it's going to be direct. What is Drake, your hip hop savior? What does Drake do as a response? Does he get in the lab? Does he start barring up? No. The nigga posts a chick flick from 1999.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth.
after you just got called a bad bitch that's probably jealous of Sexy Red because you would rather be twerking ass than her, and you feel like that's your competition, you respond back by putting up a 1999 chick flick called 10 Things I Hate About You. This is the difference. Family, this is the difference. I know we're living in a much more tolerable society. I know that we are in a place now where people can be multidimensional, right? It's probably an amazing movie. There's nothing wrong if you enjoy that movie, right? But don't try to play that role so that you can appease your white female fan base, right? And your female fan base, and then try to play gangster on the other end. You can't be as gangster as the gangsters, and then on this side, you know what I'm saying? You're playing both. To me, that's when it starts to feel like you're playing blackface with the culture. With whoever you're at, whoever you're around, you morph yourself into it. You're so well spoken. Your legs are crossed. You're sitting up straight when you're talking on a late night show with Conan O'Brien. Oh, Conan. Yes, it is what it is. And then you get on Elliot Wilson's platform, Rap Radar, and you start to talking like, yeah, because I just feel like, this is hip hop, right? This with certain ways we go about. You morph into whoever you. Then you get around Texas and niggas start putting barrettes in their head, and it's like, who do you know? You're not Sauce Walker. Who are you? Who are you, bro? Who are you? Trying to be everything to everybody makes you nothing to everybody. But you can't hide behind Wi-Fi. Your little memes is losing steam. They figured you out. The forced opinions is not convincing. Y'all need a new route. It's time that you look around on who's around you before you figure out that you're not alone. You are not alone. I am here with you. And then he ends it off and he says, ask what would Mike do? Probably take a look at the man in the mirror.
Somebody's gonna have to tell the truth. No. I'm gonna tell it.
No!
I don't take joy in another man's demise, but I do take joy in the way that hip-hop is now turning around the narrative after I feel like hip-hop as a culture has been overtaken. It's been bastardized. It's been reinvented. It has written out the people that have contributed, the pioneers that have contributed to this core, the ones that made it a possibility for us to even have hip-hop media before they could even think about the internet. For the forefathers that opened it up, they should not be struggling to pay bills. You can blame them. You can say it's all their fault, but yet and still people are still using the very product that they put sweat equity into. They're using it. They're blackfacing it. They're turning around and laughing at them. Ha ha, you were stupid. You can't get money like we got money now. They have figured out how to dismantle. When I say they, it is the powers that be that are much bigger than just this battle. The people who wanted to overtake hip hop, the people who wanted to control it so that they can commercialize it, so that they can take it over and make money however they want. Now they have taken the culture, put it inside of a bucket, got a tube, and now they're sucking out all the soul and funk that they can to train their AI. And all these folks that have contributed, now they don't have to even worry about them being involved. You've already given us enough. We got hundreds. We got so many songs. We're good now. So this is a natural lesson, I believe, in two things. One, nobody is bigger than the program. Drake is going to have to rap or get mad, and either way, it proves the point. Two, cultural currency is so much more important than clout. Cultural currency will make sure that you get paid forever. Cultural currency, especially how it's designed now, because I wish the same thing could be said about the forefathers. Cultural currency lasts so much longer. This is what you're seeing. There's a reason why they're not playing push-ups the way they're playing Euphoria. Euphoria touches the culture in a much different way. If you feel like I just don't get it, I don't think that that's an attack on your hip-hop credibility, but it's something that you probably should really tap into. Because a lot of those people end up being the ones who turn 40, 50, and end up hating everything about hip-hop. right? They end up turning their nose to it as if it wasn't the thing that took them through their darkest times, as if it wasn't the thing that helped raise them when someone wasn't in a household, whether it was a father, whether it was a mother, as it wasn't the friend that they had. But some people abuse their relationship with hip hop. Some people have a one-sided relationship with hip hop. Some people only want hip hop to choose them so they can say the pretty girl chose me and I pushed her off to the side. You ain't shit to me. I was the one. I told you. And this is what this energy is feeling like a lot on Drake's side. You're not bigger than rapping in a rap battle. You're the first one who has utilized memes, utilized Instagram stories more than you have utilized your pen to step up to the plate and show us why you are not just one of the biggest pop sensations of this time, but why you believe that you are numero uno when it comes to being a rapper. But no, instead you want to play cute AI fucking games. You want to play with dead man's voices. You want to play with the legends that are still alive. You want to find ways to make it seem like you're still connected to the culture by using your own tokens that you siphon all the style from, the Fontes, the Elzais, so that when your new fan base that wasn't around for Little Brother, that wasn't around for that Detroit sound and Elzai, when your new fans see them, they're gonna be like, they sound like Drake clones. That's so crazy how Drake inspires everybody. This is culture vulturism 101. Right now, what we are seeing is the dismantling of this culture vulture. What we are seeing right now is people that are awakening, who see an opportunity to make fine art, and not just make fine art, but do fine art that sells. So when I'm looking at with Drake, I'm like, it's bigger than Drake. They're going to always find another Drake. I know that sounds crazy. They will find another Drake. Bet you it'll be AI, especially if Universal was involved. Especially when their CEO just said that there's too much music being uploaded to streaming platforms. Meaning that he wants to get rid of the competition in the independent space, in my opinion. When that kind of stuff happens, when they're making songs get pulled away from the streaming websites, when this is a win for Universal because both of these artists have deals with labels that are underneath Universal, you start to see the writing on the wall. My question to you is, in this place in history, where did you stand? This is a moment for hip hop. Were you too busy recycling memes, calling people who are defending hip hop culture as being purists, glazers, dick riders? Were you one of those? Or did you recognize a time period that we're in when hip hop showed you it could never die? It's so strong that it can withstand all of the abuse that the major labels, systems, and the corporate entities have put it through. It can survive the test of time and still come beat on your biggest artist's ass. He is getting dogged out right now. Dogged out. And this is not even Kendrick. We haven't even seen Kendrick from tie your mics. We haven't even seen that Kendrick yet. You're getting just samples. You're getting a few jabs. And if he tries to take it there, what you're going to see is what happened when a culture vulture gets dismantled. Those are my opinions about this new song. Try to enjoy it. Try not to listen to this the same way that you would listen to a new song that dropped. And I don't know, it's just not energetically moving me to my chakras are off when I listen. Try not to do that. Try to understand what this moment could mean, especially for those of you that I see in my comments when I do videos about the labels deprioritizing hip hop, and you're like, man, good, because this shit is garbage. This shit is destructive. It's so bad. Where were you when skills were actually on display? Those are my thoughts, though, DIYers. You let me know what you think.
DIY.